Bob Unger. I'm the Director of Music and Worship at Resurrection Lutheran Church in Cary, North Carolina. I'd like to talk to you today about a song that is sung in most Christian churches, at least in the Western Church. I know that my Redeemer lives. Some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you are from a book of devotions and illustrations that you can use for visual faith in your journey. It's When From Death I'm Free. And this is an example of what you can use to help as you think about and meditate on the songs and hymns. The words to I Know That My Redeemer Lives were written by Samuel Medley way back in the 1700s. He lived in England. His father operated a school, but for some reason he was educated by his mother's father. When he was 14, he was apprenticed to a dealer in oil, and after 3 years he found that it just wasn't working. And he finished his apprenticeship then in the Royal Navy. He enlisted at age 17, and because of his classical education, he became a midshipman. Unfortunately, at that time, he left his Christian roots. He was on the battleship Intrepid in a battle off the coast of Portugal between the French and English. And he was injured severely in his leg. Because of the gangrene that might come, they were going to have to amputate his leg. And then he remembered about his Christian training and the prayers that his father and his mother's father and his family were offering for him. So he prayed fervently, and he dug out of his locker an old Bible and read it and meditated on it throughout the night. The next morning, the doctor came and they discovered a miraculous healing on his leg so that it wouldn't need to be amputated. And after the war and his release from the Navy, he went to the home of his grandfather. And there his grandfather read to him a sermon by Isaac Watts while he was convalescing. It spoke to Samuel, and while he was in a state realizing his sinful condition, he asked for God in his mercy to forgive him because of what Jesus had done. And after his recovery, he made it a priority to go and hear some more of the noted preachers of his day. He was offered a position in the Royal Navy, but he no longer had interest in a naval career, and so he went to a church, and like his father, operated a school. And at the church, the pastor there considered him to consider the ministry. And after the congregation heard him preach a sermon, they offered him a call. And so it began a 27-year ministry at First Baptist Church in Liverpool, England. So many people came to hear his sermons that they had to enlarge the church. And continued growth made it to the point where they had to build a new one. He achieved particular success preaching to sailors because of his background. And he had a gift for poetry and hymns. In many of his hymns, there's a short phrase which appears like a refrain. In I Know That My Redeemer Lives, the words "He lives" appear throughout the hymn, and that's especially appropriate when we use it for services on Easter or in this Easter season, or at funerals. And because of that, his ministry and also his hymns have been a blessing to millions. He died after painful illness, but we know that God was everything to him in life, death, and after death. He knew where he was going. He was confident that through his faith in his Redeemer, he would soon be with him in his heavenly home. What he probably did not realize then is how often this hymn, I Know That My Redeemer Lives, is being sung. Job 19, verses 23 to 27. Oh, that my words were recorded, that were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron hand on lead, or engraved in a rock forever. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh will I see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, and I, not another. How my heart yearns within me. He lives, and I shall conquer death. Filled with fear and joy, the women are on their way back from the open tomb. When the risen Jesus meets them on the road, Matthew goes out of his way to tell us that the women grabbed Jesus by the feet. What a strange detail, until you understand what was common knowledge in the culture of that day. Ghosts don't have feet. Mary and the other Mary are holding tightly to the physical evidence that this is Jesus, the real Jesus, the risen, human Jesus, with a real body that was dead, but is now alive, no ghost. I think Matthew wants you and us to fall at the risen Lord's feet in worship, and then to grab onto those physical, human, resurrected feet of Jesus, because there's a real body in our hands, not some spirit or memory or disembodied soul. Those feet are a tangible promise for the future of our human bodies, a real human, physical resurrection existence. You won't be an angel. You won't be a disembodied soul. You won't be a ghost. Your body will rise from the dead. Your Redeemer lives. And in the end, he will stand on the earth, and in your flesh, you will see God. So grab the resurrected feet of Jesus and hang on for dear life. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah.